The next morning when Wayne entered the class, the students were huddled in front of the teacher's desk. "Isn't this too much?" Kaino said. "What is?" Wayne asked, jumping up to see what they were all looking at. When all the students moved aside, she was disturbed to find what was kept before her. Isogai was the first person out of everyone to step up and talk to the person who did this. "Hey, Akabane. I know I need to kill Coro Sensei, but disturbing the whole class this way is just not the right. And killing someone is the right thing, I guess?" Wayne asked, looking at him. "No matter how you look at it, in the end, we all have to do this. If you get disturbed by this octopus, how are you going to kill Coro Sensei?" "Oh wow, I didn't know your thinking is so mature." Karma's voice entered her ears as he suddenly bent beside Wayne's face to look at her expression. "Hello, Cherry." She blushed hearing the nickname, which, frankly speaking, was kind of cute too. "Cherry?" Rio smirked. "Oh my god, Wayne, you've got yourself an admirer." "More like a bully. He's teasing me," Wayne started explaining when she got interrupted by Karma. "Because she easily turns red," he said, and then pointed his fingers at Wayne. "I mean, haven't you noticed her face?" Oh yes, everyone did notice. Wayne struggled talking with the new students, but she was never the kind to blush so easily. She always laughed it off when it came to Maihara's advances. Her face easily became red when it came to Karma. And from the looks of it, he also enjoyed teasing her since it was like a part of his personality. Before anyone blurted out anything stupid, Wayne quickly said, "Shut up, new kid." "Oh, Cherry's pissed," Karma said, sitting at the back of the class. "Don't mind me, I'll be sitting quietly behind you from now on. Although, sorry if I distract you while I try to cure our dear Coro Sensei." Everyone settled down and waited for their homeroom teacher to get into class. Being not able to complain anymore, the students' moods went down, and it was evident by the look on their faces when the door opened and Coro came in. "Good morning, boys and girls," Coro said. The whole class refused to look at him, which didn't go unnoticed by the teacher. For someone who was going to destroy the earth, Coro cared way too much for the students, and was able to understand their emotions far better than anyone else. "Huh? Why the long faces? Has something—" He stopped talking, noticing the octopus on his table, and soon enough, Karma started talking, hoping to get the teacher closer to him. "Oops, that's on me. Yeah, I totally thought it was you, so I stabbed it. Suppose I should get rid of it," Karma said. Coro sighed and started walking towards him, saying, Yes, you should." Wayne figured that maybe Karma already had a plan up his sleeve. He didn't give any kind of break in the last period the day before, and he wasn't going to be any different today. But this was Coro he was dealing with. She knew their homeroom teacher could break anyone's overconfidence with his skills. This new guy had no idea what he was actually facing, even though he was stronger than anyone in the entire class. And she was right. Wayne's hunch about things were always close to the end result. Karma took every opportunity he got to attack Coro, but things took a turn for the third period because Coro wasn't giving Karma the chance to attack at all. The moment he was going to do something, Coro stopped him immediately, and half of Wayne felt like it was because he didn't want the class to get disrupted. He also started making fun of Karma when he painted his fingernails in third period and made him wear a pink apron in the next. Karma was running out of ideas, and even though he looked all smug and ready with another plan, it was too obvious. The classes went on like that every day, although the students were cautious about Karma's attacks, and Wayne, who was the subject of his teasing, also noticed the sudden change in his attitude. He was no longer in his carefree manner, and it did worry her a little. New students always found Coro annoying at first, but slowly came to know about his techniques. And observing Karma for a day was enough for Wayne to understand that it was almost impossible to cool his head down unless one of his plans worked out. At the end of the day, Karma was sitting at the edge of a cliff. His face looked the darkest in the moment. He was getting restless, even biting his nails. Wayne was in no position to comment on what he should or shouldn't do, but it wouldn't hurt to at least try calming him down. She went to the ground to take him back to class, but found Nagisa already talking to him. He's good at convincing people. Maybe he should deal with him first, Wayne thought. "Come on, man, I'm telling you not to sweat it. We all do it together as a group. You can have the sneakiest and most foolproof plan in the world ready to go. But if Coro Sensei has his eye on you, then forget it. He's not like other teachers. Nagisa said. Not like other teachers, huh? Karma said in deep thought. You don't understand. I want to do it on my own. Let me ask you, would it tick you off to die in some random place? Well, that didn't work. What was I thinking? Me talking some sense into someone like him? Wayne sighed and thought, maybe Coro Sensei should take care of this. As soon as the familiar voice came in, "Oh, Karma!" His face changed color, which clearly showed how cocky he was feeling. I feel like I've taken exceptionally good care of you today. Keep trying to kill me if that tickles your fancy. I certainly don't get tired of spiffing you off. Just so we're on the same page here, you pretty much consider yourself a teacher, above all else. That's right, Coro replied. Cool. And you wouldn't think twice about putting your life on the line to save a student. Coro nodded. That's awesome. Good to know. So, he said, falling back. I can kill you after all. I knew there had to be a way. He didn't fall back on the ground. He fell back off the cliff. If Coro came to save him from the front, he would get hit from the gun pointed at him by Karma. It would take some kind of tactic if Coro wanted to save him. What the? Wyan said. She didn't expect him to be as reckless as Nagisa. Anyone would panic in this situation, but she knew their homeroom teacher was there. And maybe whatever issue he had with teachers can't be solved in just a day, but at least Coro can change his view a bit. Oh, and he did. Soon, he was back on the ground. It felt like they needed some privacy, and Wyan was an outsider in the moment, so she decided to go back to class. When Karma came back to class, his eyes were filled with mischief like before. It looks like he felt better. He smirked and sat on Wyan's desk. Spying on me, baby? Wyan smacked the back of his head and said, Is that how you two became friends? Being reckless? Oh, were you worried about me, Cherry? Karma said with a smirk on his face. Oh, get over yourself. You were the one looking all cute wearing a cherry outfit today, Wyan said, turning her head sideways. So, you find me cute? Karma asked, his voice sounding amused. Wyan's cheeks reddened at the comment. He was kind of handsome, and she wasn't a good liar when it came to stuff like this, so keeping quiet was the best option. Oh well, bought you strawberry milk, Karma said, keeping it on the table. He got down and went to his seat behind her. Nice to meet you, Wyan. A small smile creeped up her face. She wasn't supposed to feel this happy for something as trivial as this, but she did. It felt like he was acknowledging and inviting her presence in his life. She glanced sideways and whispered, Nice to meet you too, Karma Akabane. I apologize for my kitty in the background. Boo-boos. Well, she's cleaning her box, so I guess it can't be helped. But isn't it pretty annoying? Anyways. Well, okay, I'll make this quick. Have a good morning. Are you done, Boop? Have a good night, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Goodbye, everyone!